Hi, good evening, my friends. Hi, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing here? Welcome. We're going to speak today about holistic health, and I'm talking about any disease, any ailment that you have, and you'd like to understand the cause behind it, the cause of body, mind, and spirit. I'm going to put my collagen meantime. So to understand your diseases, your ailments from a holistic perspective, okay? And that also implies the new Germanic medicine conflict that you want to find out from your disease. And a lot of people ask me about gut imbalances. I have this problem with my gut. I have this problem with my digestion, and so on. So gut is not only digestion, it's also an identity. It's your identity, it's your safety, it's also your elimination. Okay, so it depends on how you look on the gut is, because from a holistic perspective, the gut is where we answer three unconscious questions. Okay, I have YouTube here, and somewhere there is a TikTok. So welcome everyone. Please, let's share this video as to reach as many people as possible, so they see holistic health from another perspective. Okay, so we answer three main questions every single day. And what are these questions? The first one is, can I get can I digest what life gives me? So that is your first question. If you have gut imbalances, if you have microbiome imbalances, and so on, can you digest what life gives you? Okay, that's the first question. The second one is, what do I keep in my life? What do I keep in my life? And the third one is, what do I let go of? So, in the moment when you want to start true healing, this is what you should look at. Okay. Also, why gut issues are never about the food, because your body is 70-80% of the immune system, and the 70 to 80% is living in the gut. Okay, the immune system lives in the gut. 90% of the serotonin is produced in the gut. And also, the gut has its own nervous system, that enteric nervous system. It's also, we call it the second brain. So in the mind, in the mind, the gut responds instantly if you have stress, if you have fears, if you are a control freak as well, and also if you have shame. So the gut responds immediately. Chronic overthinking equals chronic gut tension. Also, suppressed emotions, it equals altered gut motility. Okay, so then you wonder, why do you have all of these problems with your gut? Thank you so much for the heart. I really appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. What means in the spirit? So the gut is linked to trust in life. Okay, so if you have these problems, then you wonder, do you trust life really? Okay, so when we don't feel safe, the body literally tightens digestion, and probably you observed it over time, because many people with gut issues are highly sensitive, very, very sensitive. Okay, very intuitive people, very empathetic souls. And sensitive gut, it equals that sensitive nervous system. I'm going to also prepare my capsules, so you know exactly how do I look after my body from with my essential oils. Okay, so if we look a little bit at microbiome, which is our inner ecosystem. Thank you so much for the loves, likes. Let's bring the love here, so this video is reaching as many people as possible, so they get this information for free. I'm here to bring information, education, mindset, and also personal development. Okay, thank you so much for this. So the microbiome is our inner ecosystem, and think about the microbiome as a community which lives inside you. Okay, And when your community, your microbiome is balanced, what do you experience? Drop in the chat because I would love to connect with you. Also, YouTube as well. Let's just do a community here. What do you think when your microbiome is balanced? What do you experience? And I'm going to tell a few things as well, but I'm waiting for yours. You experience digestive flow, everything flows, your immunity is strong, your mood is stable, your cravings for different things are also calm, they're not going off the roof, and you crave everything more and more food. Thank you so much for sharing this video, I really appreciate you. And also your intuition is clear, and we know that intuition, or at least from my perspective, intuition is our way that God talks to us. Okay, when your microbiome is imbalanced, that the dysbiosis is, then let's see, think, what do you experience? You experience a lot of bloating, you experience constipation constipation, diarrhea, yes, absolutely it is. You experience anxiety, depression, panic attacks. You experience also brain fog, sugar craving, and then you go to the fridge and just demolish that fridge because your sugar cravings are all over the place. You have skin problems, hormonal imbalances, okay? You also have that autoimmune tendencies. So a lot of people are messaging me with autoimmune diseases. And here's the key that I'm going to give you. Stress alters the microbiome, in my opinion, and not only, faster than the food. And we live in the century of stress. Everything is stress around us. Everything is stress. Yeah, someone can still eat perfect, be healthy, go to the gym, do that. And I was there. I was there after 1 year, since I started my weight loss journey in 2023. 1 year later, because of the stress that I was experiencing at that time, I was eating perfect, I was exercising, I lost the 30 kilos that really put a lot of strain on my body, but I was still suffering. Do you know why? Because of the stress. Of course, lack of sleep as well. A lack of sleep, okay? I'm going to show you tonight how I'm looking after my challenges. And at the moment, I have a challenge with my sinuses. So please excuse me if you can hear. So just overnight, it just came. I know why. I know why, because on Friday, I was in a house which I really didn't want to be. So that's why it came. So I'm going to start with oregano and tea tree. These two oils I'm going to put. Oregano, okay? And then I'll put tea tree. While I'm also talking to you, what means gut imbalances from the new Germanic medicine perspective. If you have any questions, and you want me to respond to you, please put them in the chat. Let's put a few drops of this. About six I put, because I have this challenge, so I want to look after it. So gut imbalances through the lens of new Germanic medicine, the conflict, if we identify the conflict, every biological symptom in the body starts with an unexpected emotional shock. Everyone, apart from that, this is tea tree, by the way, tea tree, okay? Apart from accidents and poisoning, apart from this, every symptom that you feel, it starts with unexpected emotional shock, which is experienced in isolation. So I know exactly that on Friday, I went into a house where it was stinking of cigarettes. Oh, I just could not breathe. Hence today, My body is saying, and this is the healing phase. This is the healing phase because the shock, it happened Friday when I was in that house full of cigarettes, full of, smoke and so on. So that was the shock that I experienced in isolation, with no immediate solution. And today it started this sinus, and it's very interesting. It's only on the right side. I feel it only on the right side, the right ear, and so on. So it's very interesting how, yeah, once again, the new Germanic medicine works. So I'm also going to put some ginger. Okay, ginger, very important. So I'll continue with stomach issues because this also passionates me. I study a lot about this, and you guys are asking me a lot about that. So that's my capsule, by the way. Okay. So in the moment when you have stomach conflicts, stomach pain, anything to do with the gastrointestinal system, you have indigestible anger. And this is related to a shock. Okay, and something is happening too fast for you. Too fast. Okay, you know your situations, but look overall what's happening there. Too fast. You can't swallow the situation. Also, you may have humiliation, you may have insult, you may have bad news, sudden bad news. Okay, let me take this with my collagen. Okay, so in the small intestines, um, uh, yeah, this is a big challenge for me. But we'll get over it. Let's see exactly how it will play to tomorrow. Another capsule. I really run out of them almost. I'm going to put On Guard, which is for my immunity system. In the small intestine conflicts, I can't digest this, situation that in my life feel unfair. And you wonder exactly what is happening there, that you feel that life is treating you unfair. Situations, people are treating you unfair, okay? You have that emotional chaos, you have mental overload. I'm going to put the lemon next. Okay, you have mental overload. You also you're having to accept something that you don't agree with, and this creates digestive issues in the body in the moment when you have to accept something which is you don't agree with. Okay, by the biological response is malabsorption, food sensitivities, in some cases even allergies. Okay, what about the colon conflicts? So the colon means to let go, and in the moment when you have issues with the colon, is you are holding into old pain, you are holding into family conflicts, mother, father, wife, husband, mother, daughter, the son, and so on, family in general. You have also money stress. You have control issues and wonder, just think about where do you have all of this. This is peppermint, by the way. Okay, so if you have constipation, that means holding very tightly into something. When you have diarrhea, means panic release. So you know exactly how to explain all of this, because in the moment when you resolve this, your symptoms will go away. So I'm working tonight with the help of essential oils, because this is how I support my body for 6 years on this challenge that I have right now. Okay. That's another capsule. What means IBS? And when you have this kind of challenges, your inner conflict is, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in a situation. I don't know what to do with particular people, and IBS is very often seen in people who are petrified as children, because if you go into the childhood wounds, and here I'm connecting with Ylang Ylang, which is the oil of inner child. So if you go back into your childhood, were you petrified as a child, by a different situation? Did you learn to read like the room instead of expressing your needs? So think about that while I'm putting a few drops of Ylang Ylang to deepen with this. It will help me a lot with my challenges. And coming back to IBS, do you feel responsible for everyone around you? Do you carry their burdens on your shoulders? So this is why you have these challenges. Okay, let's look again. What I'm going to take my wild orange. Again, one of my favorite oils. Citrus are always welcome in my life. They give me energy. They do this gentle detox. So there we are. I'm going to take a lot of these drops because I know how much it will help me. Okay. I'm running out of capsules, and some oils I only take in capsules because of the taste. So, yeah. So childhood wounds directly linked to the GI tract. Okay, this is golden awareness, and this is what you will find on this channel, on this live, and so on. So the dominant wound is injustice, and it often shows as bloating. I know, it makes no sense, and you're totally right there to say, how if I have a wound of injustice from the childhood, it shows in the adult life in bloating. This is just beyond understanding. But it makes sense once you go deeper into your childhood wounds. And TikTok, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, I will invite you to do so, because not only that all of these sessions are recorded, so you can look at them anytime in the future that you would like to see them. My YouTube, it's called exactly like here, Mihaela Hegarty. Hello, welcome. I can see there is people here on YouTube watching. One person I have. So welcome. It doesn't matter if I change one person's life. For me, it's mission accomplished, because I know that one person will change their life with the essential oils and my help, and of course God's help as well. So Mihaela Hegarty, and there you'll see 2 videos on childhood wounds where I explain better how diseases, how ailments from that you have now in an adult life are coming actually from your childhood. So, wound of injustice, it shows as bloating, it shows as food sensitivity, it shows as IBS, autoimmune gut issues, and all of that. Because when the childhood environment, it has strict rules, like a strict mother, strict father. When you have that emotional coldness in the childhood, you should know better. You should, don't ask me, you should know better. Love is conditional. Also, does baking soda help migraine? I don't take baking soda. I only support my headache with and migraines. I have them very rarely, but when I do get them, I support them with essential oils. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I promote, because that helps me, and not only me, others around as well. I've never tried baking soda for migraines. Okay, so coming back to the childhood wound, I've suffered 8 years from migraine. What do you recommend? Essential oils. Okay, so first oil for migraine is Deep Blue. Let's just take it out. Deep Blue, you find it either in the 5 milliliter version or in the 10 milliliter version. Is the same thing, but in a more I have a hair here. Or you can find it in the touch version, which is already diluted with coconut oil. Okay. um, so how do you use it? Is you put it on the forehead, and you connect here, there, on the back of your neck as well. It's very important. So that's the first oil that I recommend. The second oil is peppermint, and I'll show you how to use it. But before, you need to understand also the conflicts. And aren't migraine a food sensitivity? What do you mean, aren't migraine a food sensitivity? Migraines are big headaches, aren't they? Not food sensitivity. Migraine is not. Okay, so peppermint, coming back to you, peppermint. Why do you need peppermint? Food can trigger them. We'll talk Max. If you stay here with me, I'll talk body, mind, and spirit. I normally start body, mind, and spirit, new Germanic medicine, and then the oils. But I'll give you the oils now, and then I'll come back. So if you look, I put one drop of peppermint on my thumb. Some people chocolate. Okay, so you press on the roof of your mouth for about 5 minutes. I won't do it for 5 minutes because I won't talk for 5 minutes, and people are getting bored if I don't talk. Okay, but why do you need peppermint? Because that reduces the head tension immediately. It improves circulations, and also it sharpens that mental relief. Okay, you also can apply peppermint on the temples and the neck. Yeah, dilute it with coconut oil. I'll show you what I mean by dilution. I have coconut oil in here. I put 1 drop, 2 drops. I have it here, and then I put 1 drop of peppermint. One, it's enough. Okay, so I also want. This is very good for my challenge as well. We do this. I have them on my palm here. Okay, and YouTube as well. So I put it on my neck, on my temples. Of course, I don't have a migraine right now, but for the purpose of showing, I should take my glasses off for a second. Okay, I love to apply it on the forehead as well. But you apply it with intention. It's very important. And what do I mean by intention? I mean, like, I heal. I allow myself to heal. I feel safe. I feel loved. So that's how you work with your body. And I have a video, especially on this, where I say talking to your body is more powerful than anything on this earth. You can make yourself sick by talking bad about your body, or you can heal by talking good about your body. So we spoke about the blue, we spoke about peppermint, then you will need 100% lavender, which is the classic. Okay, classic, and we have it in 15 milliliter version, and we also have it in 10 milliliter, which is already diluted with coconut oil. It calms the overstimulated nervous system. It supports that emotional regulation. And you can either inhale from the bottle, just like this, okay, or apply diluted with coconut oil. And why do I say about dilution is because these are volatile compounds, so in the moment when they are not diluted, they evaporate quicker. If you dilute them with coconut oil, then they stay longer on your skin, hence you absorb more, and hence you benefit more. Okay, it calms that overstimulated system. Lavender, it supports emotional regulation, very important. The next oil is frankincense, one of the most powerful oils ever that exists on this planet. Okay, I love to take it in capsule, but you can. That's a gum. What's a gum? I don't understand. Okay, so I have frankincense. I love to take it internally in capsule, but no, it's not a gum, it's a raisin. Okay, it's made from the raisin of a tree. You scrape the tree, it comes raisin out, and then you go through the process of distillation. Okay, so what is frankincense doing? It's deep nervous system regulation, cellular regeneration, is the oil of truth, is the oil of connection with God, the oil which fosters a deep connection with the Father, and also deep healing with the Father. If you have any problem with your Father, then use frankincense. Okay. Uh, Also, it helps mental rigidity, softens, and this is where it will help with your migraine. Very important. But I said I'm going to speak about body, mind, and spirit. I have my frankincense here. Okay, you can call it whatever you want. Probably you're not talking about the essential oil. Okay, so biologically in the body, what is happening if you have the migraine? Because it's not just a headache, it is more than that. It involves the blood vessels constriction, it involves dilatation, involves the nervous system overstimulation. Okay, I'm going to put some more oils in my capsule while I'm talking to you about the migraine. It also involves inflammation, serotonin imbalance there. And it is the migraines are often linked to gut imbalances, because we were talking about that just in the beginning of my video of my life. And also liver overload. When was the last time that you've done a detox? Ask yourself, because you will need a full detox. Okay, hormonal fluctuations you have. Again, stress, which we said the stress causes more problems than the food, in my opinion, and not only the scientists and so on. Chronic stress. Okay, so migraine is a nervous system event. Okay, you warm it to liquefy and then add a carrier oil to keep it liquid. Okay. Yeah, different countries have different habits and so on. I'm not debating that. Um, so migraine is a nervous system event, is not just a normal, like a pain problem. And again, migraine brain, I will call it, are more sensitive, not weaker, okay. Let me find another oil, and that is Siberian fir. I'm going to deepen for my own challenge. In the mind, let's, Max, thank you for still being here. Let's see exactly what is happening in the mind with the migraine. And this will normally, in the people with, is common in people who overthink. So think about that. Are you overthinking? Are you making loads and loads of lists all the time? To-do list when you're sleeping, I'm talking, yeah? So you anticipate problems. So you focus on the problem. Or what if I go out of my comfort zone, what if? All the time. It's in your mind, okay? You feel responsible for everything and for everyone. You carry their problems, their burdens on your shoulder. You feel overwhelmed, and your needs are somewhere. I don't know. Where are my needs? I don't know. Yeah, you push beyond your limits, and that will create the migraines. Okay, there's my capsule here with the oils. Okay, you push yourself beyond limits, yeah. And you don't allow proper to fully reset yourself, and you push your body. What is that you drink? I made it in the beginning of my life. I put my collagen, Meta Power collagen, in some water. Yeah. So you don't allow yourself rest until your body forces you. And this is why you have these migraines, because they appear when the mind doesn't stop. It's fully on, your body pulls all the time, like, but you have no emergencies break. You only, you don't have the break. So many who suffers from migraine have suppressed anger towards people, towards situations. They avoid confrontation. They want peace at any costs, but pressure inside means pressure in the head. So that's what's happening. And now we're going to let me see how many capsules I have. I have a few. Okay. I'm going to put more capsules because I have this, and I'm going to take also some oils in my palm to inhale. In the spirit, what's happening there at a deeper meaning, because we are more than just this body. We are mind, we are emotions, we are psychological, we are also intuitive and spiritually. Your lower, your voice inside. Okay. And spiritually, the migraine is about control versus surrender. That's what it is, also from a holistic perspective. Okay. It's mental rigidity. And think about, Max, how, and everyone who asked me about the migraine, mental rigidity. Are you seeing only one solution? Are you afraid to step out of your comfort zone? Are you afraid to embrace new opportunities? Are you resisting to reality? All of that. So, yeah, your migraines are asking, if I stop right now and trying to control everything, what's happening? So, if I stopped trying to control everything, what's happening right now in my life? You are perfectionist. People with migraines are perfectionists, and they won't do actions, they won't start things in their life because um, they will think, oh my god, if I have this problem here, or if I have this challenge that I have right now with my cold. Well, I don't know if it's a cold, but I have this challenge with the sinuses. Oh, I'm not going live because they will think all, oh, my oils don't work. No, we are human beings. We have challenges, but it's how we support our body. And perfectionism, you have to let it go, because that will create a lot of problems in your physical body. But on the other side, people with migraines, they are highly intuitive people, but they ignore their intuition. Oh, what's intuition? It's the God's way of talking to us. So people who live in their head are disconnected from their body, head energy without any kind of grounding. So that's what gives you the migraine. Okay. And if we talk New Germanic medicine conflict, it's a conflict of intellectual conflict plus self-devaluation, like themes. I'll give you some themes while I'm taking my next oil, and I'm going to take some grapefruit. Okay, grapefruit. I must figure this out. That's kind of a theme. Okay, I must figure this out. I have to be right. If I'm wrong, that perfectionist will come out of me and it will ruin everything. Lemongrass, very good for sinuses. I don't have a solution. Mental deadlock, and that is causing you the migraine. Okay, that's what's causing you, because people are connected to pride, people are connected to ego. That's what it is. MB, welcome to my life. Thank you. You have a fear of being wrong. You have a fear of losing that control, which is related to perfectionist. taking some geranium, because migraines are often appear in the healing phase. And what did I explain to you on my video right now is that my conflict happened on Friday when I was in that house, that it was a lot of smoke. I don't smoke. So yeah, for me it was like, oh, do I have to stay so many hours in that house with that smoke? The person was smoking and I was babysitting while they were, I don't know where. Um, okay, so I know that these symptoms are the healing phase. Okay, and hence I am starting to support my body with essential oils, because that's what I do. I don't take a paracetamol and kill the symptom. No, I stay with the symptom. I observe the symptom. I use essential oils, and you will see me how I take them also and inhale. And I know for sinuses, I put 1 drop of the coconut oil, and the first oil that I recommend always is called Air. In America, it's called Breathe. Okay, so we put 1-2 drops of Air. The second oil that I recommend is peppermint. Okay, peppermint. I'm going to put 1 drop of this. Okay, and this is you can do them together when you inhale. When you put them on your body, you layer them. What means layer them? Means that you apply one layer of coconut oil and 1 drop, 2 drops of air. Then you massage it so it can go inside. Then you apply the second oil, massage it so it can go inside about 5 minutes. I recommend every time when you put a new oil, um, inhale it for, massage it for about 5 minutes. So we put Air, we put peppermint, Siberian fir. It's the third oil that I recommend for sinus issues like I have right now. Again, 2-3 drops, and eucalyptus. So these 4 oils will resolve. Let's see tomorrow how I'm feeling and see exactly how is my challenge tomorrow. So I have a lot of this oil on my hand, and I inhale. Wow, that the smell, it's so calming, and I don't want to waste this. So what I normally do is I put it on my chest. Okay, I put it on my chest, and this will help me as well to breathe properly. Okay, it's very important to support my body in the way that it needs with the nature, because normal people, what will they do? They will go to the pharmacy and buy paracetamol, buy whatever, and they kill the symptom with the medication. And then you wonder why your body responds in a nasty way, and so on. And I am medication free for 6 years. I don't take any kind of medication, nothing. Of course, when it's about an accident, if I will ever have an accident, hopefully not, but you never know in life what's happening, then it will be beyond my control. But as long as I am in decision for my body, I know that I will be supporting it with essential oils. Is the only way that the body recognizes the molecule, the compound molecules in an essential oil, pure, not the ones from the shop. Don't put on your body essential oils from the shop, because in this industry it's very alterated, it's very adulterated. So it's contaminated with fungi, with molds, with insecticides, with pesticides, with heavy metals. And this is why if you take them internally, so put them in your body or on your body, massage, you are doing more damaging, because you're putting on you and in you something which is not pure. So either an essential oil from the pharmacy or from a health shop, or whatever you want to buy it from, or a medication, it's kind of the same thing. So if I look now a little bit on the migraine, I want to specific, a right side migraine versus a left side migraine. So on a right side migraine, the conflict is with authority, is with logic, is with masculine energy. On the left side migraine, it's an emotional conflict. It's relationships, inner child. Okay, so you can ask yourself, where do you have the migraine? So tell me in the chat where about is more, if you have it right now. Okay, I already feel much better with my sinuses from Essential. Hello, may I ask where to buy them? You can buy them from me if you want me to be your consultant. Which country are you connecting from? Because there will be countries whereby doTERRA is not yet there. Najo, can you please let me know where about are you living? But yeah, if you want me as your consultant to guide you step by step, to take you where to apply, to say to you where to apply them, how many drops, and so on, you can message me in Turkey. Yeah, Turkey is not on our distribution list, so we can't. You will need either an USA address. You either need an Europe address. You will need we ship to South Africa, some countries in India, China, in Asia, some countries there, and some of them in South America, only 3. Turkey is not yet. Hopefully, it will be expanding more and more. Hence, people like me with these videos are doing education, are giving information, and so on. Maybe more and more people will want to do them. I have people who contacted me in all sorts of countries, especially from Africa, for example, whereby there is no doTERRA there. Can I be a consultant here? I have an European address, so they can ship there to Europe. And if someone comes to their country, like Nigeria or wherever they live, they can bring them there, and they then can they become okay. If you think like this for Turkey, message me and we'll discuss. So coming back to migraines, and let's continue, because that's what I'm passionate about, explaining your diseases, your ailments from a holistic perspective, body, mind, and spirit, also looking at new Germanic medicine, conflict, and going deep into your dominant wound, what is happening there. And very common in migraines, the dominant wound is injustice, because in the childhood, and especially the environment that you had in your childhood, the caregivers had very, very high expectations from you. You should be better, always, all the time comparing you to another person. You felt that pressure to perform. Yeah, a little emotional softness. It's very much harsh, harsh mother, controlling, instant, constant mental tension, and so on. So this is what you had in your childhood. Therefore, your nervous system became tense, and of course, you start having migraines over time, because the migraine becomes the only moment when permission to stop exists. What do you do when you have a migraine? You stay in bed. You stop from rushing around like in the rat race, and you give yourself permission to chill, okay, to exist, to be present, to because you feel that pain. But when I had my migraine in October last year, I reached out to Anna Maria in my team because she is doing bioresonance. So through that bioresonance, she told me, unfortunately, you are disaligned with your life mission. You are posting on all sorts of social media videos about you inhaling from a bottle, just like that, okay? But you're not bringing value to your followers. And I thought, oh yeah, you're saying the truth there. And on YouTube, you will be able to see videos of me back in, I don't know, in the summer, when I was posting just for the sake of posting. And all my videos that you see right now on my page are started only in October after my migraine, because I realized that God was shaking me through the migraine like it shakes you, that you are disaligned. Stop, chill, give permission to exist, give your permission to soften, and all of that. I was disaligned from my life mission, and God was saying, please wake up. I'm giving you this migraine to shake you and to I'm going to take my PB Assist, by the way, which is our highly absorbable probiotics. That's in my daily routine. So God was shaking me to say, why are you so disaligned with your life mission? What's happening there? Okay. So I'm very grateful for that migraine. I am grateful for any kind of challenges that I have in my body. I'm very grateful because I know they teach me something, and it is God's way to tell me what is happening right there and where do I need more. To soften. What I'm looking from a new Germanic medicine, so I understand what means these sinuses issues, and I don't have many. I'm very lucky that supporting my body with essential oils for 6 years, my body doesn't have many challenges apart from very few, like sinuses now and then, especially if something is stinking, like the conflict relation to sinuses, it's something is stinking, like it happened on Friday, that smoke thingy, right? Coming back to your migraine, the secondary wound after the injustice, where we explained, is rejection. So in the childhood, you had a lot of rejection. You had that fear of disappointing. um, yeah, you're now in your adulthood a people pleaser, because this is what you learned from a very young age. You also learn to suppress your true needs. I can't think for everyone anymore, and this is what what your migraine is saying to you. I can't think for everyone anymore. Yeah, please help me, the body says. So I'm going to take this one. Wow, so good. Okay, so that's my probiotic for the day. Migraine is not asking for pills nor any kind of disease, any kind of ailments that you have, challenges. They are not asking for pills. They are, it's asking for permission to stop controlling. It's asking for permission to go back into your body, to your inner self. Pause, let silence work for you. And we spoke about the essential oils that you will need. You will also need adaptive. It's very important because that regulates the stress response. And I'm going to make another capsule where I take adaptive. It's important even in my challenge, because it, as I said, regulates the stress response, and it supports that cortisol balance. We spoke about cortisol yesterday. It's key in migraine, this oil. It's key. Okay, so adaptive, the 15 milliliter version, and I'm going to take it in my capsule here. A few drops. Let's see when it comes out. Because of its consistency, it comes out a bit. Or maybe it's finished. It's finished. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's finished. I managed to put a few drops though. Okay, so it's good that one went on my finger. Dear, dear. And you know that PB assist that you saw me taking, it's very important for the gut-brain connection, and also for serotonin support, especially if you have migraine. This is important. You know, migraine plus anxiety, that it's a huge support. Also, Zendocrine is good for. It seems to be all my oils today are finished. I have to replace them. But when they are finished, I have my utensils here, and I'm going to open it and take the cap out. And I'm going to put why Zendocrine, because it supports livers, supports the liver. It supports your hormonal balance. Toxins, it's liver detox. I take it for liver detox, okay? And we need to be very careful, because otherwise it will come the whole, yeah, and I put a few drops on me as well. Never mind. Okay, and also DDR prime, it's very good as well in migraines. And the DDR prime is our cellular regeneration. That is the oil. I love taking the oil. Also supports inflammation, and you have a lot of inflammation in your body if you have migraine. And as I said, cellular protection and regeneration. So it's a must for me in my if you have any questions in regards to your ailments and diseases, please leave them in the chat. I'll probably take one more. Let's see, 52 minutes already into the live. I'm going to take one more question, and that's it. Or if there is no question, I'm going back and speak about the gut issues, because when I started my life, that was where I concentrated, and then it came a question in regards to the migraine. So DDR prime, it's also very good for the gut issues, because it helps regulate the inflammation in your body. It's a very deep antioxidant protection. And if you have leaky gut, if you have autoimmune tendencies, also chronic inflammation, this is one of the oils which should not be absent from your little, how shall I call it, holistic looking after your health. I don't know. You know it, how to put it better. I'm going to also take some juniper berry, which is the oil of the night. It helps me a lot calm down and unwind. Okay. And let me speak to you a little bit about Zendocrine and why did I take it. I just showed you the one which I opened with my utensil. Okay, Zendocrine. I'm going to take also a capsule. We have them with the Zendocrine, not available with all oils. We have the essential oil and also the capsule. Okay, so it's a major gut is a major detox organ. Okay, and our if emotional toxins equals physical toxins. That's clear. If you have hate, anger and so on, you will have physical toxins as well. So if you have sluggish digestion, you need Zendocrine. I'm going to take it in a second, let me take the capsule first so I don't spill it. Okay, there we are, another capsule. And then I'm taking the Zendocrine. Okay, if you have sluggish digestion, if you have that hormonal imbalance, if you have emotional heaviness, you will need Zendocrine. It's very good. It has one of the oils that are in this supplement is geranium. Very good, very good. It's about letting go on all levels. That's all about. I already feel much better with my. I'm also going to just quickly inhale a bit more peppermint, as it will. And I have nothing on this one. It's very interesting. I only have it on the right, on my right. Okay, the real healing, and I'm going to leave this with you for you to think about it. What in your life are you still trying to digest? That's if you have the digestive issues, okay? What are you holding into that your body, okay, is being, what are you holding that your body is beginning to release? So that is the questions for you to think about. Um, because when people are having, or when people want to heal the gut, then instantly your clarity returns, your energy returns. You feel much better. You feel confident. That returns as well, confidence. Your intuition returns. I always listen to my intuition. For me, that's how God speaks to me. That's how, yeah, I connect with God through intuition. I don't know how you connect with God, but I do it through intuition. Okay, because your gut will never ever lie, never. I'm going to take also 2 capsules of copaiba, which is highly anti-inflammatory. It has the oil, the essential oil. I just ordered it because copaiba as an essential oil, it just finished. I literally have nothing in it, nothing. So I have to take the capsules. And just before I'm leaving, I'm going to take my Meta Power soft gels. Meta Power is one of the supplements and also essential oils. We also have them essential oil and capsules, not for all the oils, but Copaiba, Adaptive, DDR Prime, Lavender, Serenity. We do have oils plus capsules. Okay, so Meta Power, it's about meta, which means metabolism, and power. So when I started about almost 3 years ago, my weight loss journey, I was obese. I had, well, in kilograms, 93.5 kilograms. I think it's about 200 something pounds. I'm not good with translating kilograms to pounds, but about there, I would assume. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so 93 kilograms. I had fatty liver. I had insulin resistance, obese, very bad situation. Okay. And I said, I have to do something about my life because I knew that if I let myself be like that, I will go downhill and downhill and downhill. So I've done something about my life. I lost 30 kilograms in 11 months. I'm thriving, although I am menopausal for 5 years. It's coming in May. In about 2 months, I will be 5 years menopausal, but I am thriving. Look at my stories, and you will see there, and also on my playlists, you will see that I am thriving at the moment based on my decisions in life, because everything starts with a decision. So Meta Power was my number one ally in this journey, because when I started, I was 45 years old. Now, next month, I will be 48. Yeah, 48 years old. Gosh, almost 50. Almost 50. Yeah, three of these. Um, and that's done almost. Hmm. I have nothing here now. So, yeah, I was 45 years old, and my metabolic age, which means the age of my organs inside my body, was 63. I was even ashamed to tell everyone, um, guys, you know something, I'm 45 years old, but my organs inside is like of a woman of 63. Okay, so I have to do something now. What do you think? I'm almost 48, and my metabolic age, the organs inside, is 32. 32 years old. So my body inside feels like 32. I've changed everything, the way that I see food, the way, because I understood it through the holistic perspective, body, mind, and spirit, not only the body. Why all my life struggled with weight. I was overweight, I won't say obese, but overweight since the age of 10. And half a year, I was eating all sorts of things to make my cravings, to make up for my cravings. And then the other half a year, I was putting myself through draconic, through very, very strict um, diets to lose the weight. I've done this all my life until I, oh, hang on, it's body, mind, and spirit. And this is when I started to be passionate about holistic health and so on. I was using oil since 2010, and I started this journey 2023, but I was using them in a different way. I wasn't very connected body, mind, and spirit. So my journey with all that I'm teaching today on my life's body, mind, spirit, new Germanic medicine, conflicts, childhood wounds started about 3 years ago. Okay, so I started to see everything differently in my life, and this is when my everything changed. And especially what I'm most grateful for is that God is always near with me, and that's the most important thing. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to close the YouTube first. Thank you for your presence. I can see as I'm starting to close YouTube, one person joined, but you will be able to see this live tomorrow probably as it will be processing, because I all the time see video is processing. Okay, I wish you a beautiful night.